Wow. Look, you baby get. Or you can. Shoot Newton. Morning. 1 second. Brian Grandin getting arrested. What's your opinion on it? Good morning. I don't know whether my comments are turned off or not, but I can't see shit. And someone say hello, just so I know. There you go. How hard was that? I collect them. Yeah, I like it. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. That's what we're going to talk about. Boy, right. I want to talk about something this morning, okay? So, a couple of days ago, a lad was arrested in Dublin, right? Now, I grew up with this lad's brothers, and when I left Ballyfermot, I was a low-level drug dealer. Low level, very low level, you know. It's like, and then it's like when I left, the housing estate evolved. Like, I'm from Cherry Orchard, and all my friends and family are from there, and Clondalkin and Tally. They're all spread out, but at 21, you could have said that I was a career criminal up until the age of 21 when I got out of prison. I had to draw a line underneath it and say, look, enough is enough. You know, you're in prison. You have an 18-month-old son coming up to visit you. I don't fucking think so. Good morning, Mousy. And if you're not sub to DMW's channel, can you do it? And give Mr. Bison a sub, because he's sub to the channel. So, Mousy, I'd love to hear your opinion on it. What the fuck was he doing in an airport when he knew he was wanted? Like, I grew up with all his brothers, bro, and I'm sure you've been locked up or you know these people, you understand? That is a schoolboy error on his behalf for the sake of 27 bags. Come on, bro. I just can't understand why he'd come back knowing that he's wanted. You know, he's allegedly part of an OCG, an organised criminal group. You know, everybody knows back home who runs the shit. And allegedly it's them. According to people that live over there and the media, you know, the Kinahans may not tell you this is what you're dealing with. This is the levels. Many people had the Kinahans assassinated. So what happened was, all my mates, all the little brothers, ended up stepping up when I went to England. When Gibbo went to England, they all stepped up. You know, I stepped off. I got the fuck away from there. And it ended up snowballing into a cartel, according to the media. Morning, mate. I'm just glad I left when I left. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm one of the lucky ones that got away. You know, myself and Ian Gibbons, we should not be here. But with the grace of God now, it's like, thank God we're still here. You know, what you going to do if someone goes like that, hang on a minute, and points that at your head? What can you do? You know, but I think it was a schoolboy error on his behalf because he's a career criminal. You don't make mistakes like that. Like, why would you go to a fucking airport when you're wanted? Hey, Finn. Like, Finn, why would you go to an airport if you're wanted? You know, I don't see the sense in that. You know, he's from Cherry Orchard. He's more streetwise than that. You know, But he fucked up big time there. You know what I mean? He fucked up big time. You know, coming back for what? You know, all your businesses are in a different country. Why come back when you know the feds are after you? You know, they'd have getting a tip off, I'm telling you now. It's like, they would have been like that, look. Yes, we've been waiting for you. Yeah, and we've already booked your accommodation. No bail. You know, no bail. Because he's a flight risk. You know, no bail. You know, I couldn't believe it when I heard it. I was like, I can't believe he went anywhere near an airport if he's wanted. Like, that'd be a silly thing to do if you were the career criminal and you knew that half the police in Ireland wanted you. You know, I think that's silly. A very silly schoolboy thing that he did there. And he got caught slipping. And now he's in prison. I bet he's going, why the fuck did I come back here? It's pissing rain. I've just had me ass beat. And now I'm back in jail. You know, I have lovely villas in Spain. And here and there and everywhere. You know, well, you won't be seeing them villas for a long time. Fuck's sake, Brian, what were you thinking? Scary, man, I can't believe it. Like, you know, I grew up with all his brothers. You know, Marky, Philly, Fatty, Peter, and our cousin, Rusty. Yeah, he's a mad bastard too. He's probably the maddest bastard out of them all. He's dead, Lord rest his soul. But I tell you what, he put the fear of God into me. I've no problem saying that here. 10 out, here, 10-10 for putting heavy pressure on me. You know, but I think that's crazy what he did. You know, like, if you're a wanted man, why go to a place where there's more cameras than you need? You understand facial recognition, all this shit, man. You know, it's like, I can't believe he actually fell into that trap, like, you know, because he's supposed to be smarter than that. And allegedly, he's outsmarted the police for a long time, allegedly. And now they've got one back. You know, it's like, I think it's insane. But anyway, fuck it. Champions League tonight, who's getting beat? I hope City get beat and I hope Arsenal get beat. You know, I reckon United will get a Champions League spot. Morning, Pablo. Pablo, what do you think of the whole Brian Grandin getting arrested in an airport? Why would you go near Pablo? Look, I'm near you now, look. Hey, do you like it? Nearly. Nah, look at I'm just looking forward to each game as they come. You know, the derby was special, the way we played. The first half against Arsenal, I was like, this is going to be a chess game, this. You know, like when we break, we look dangerous. We look like we could hurt them, you know, so I always have faith until the whistle goes. You know, nobody knows. You play to the whistle. You know, Fergie time. Cunha, man. Carrick masterclass again. He subbed in Wemo, brought on Cunha, and Cunha got the winner. You know. it's like beating City is special. Beating the Scousers, you can't beat it. But beating Arsenal is up there, especially at their ground. I'll take that. We've not won at Arsenal for 8 seasons. Yeah, Brian, the youngster, Scouty, his nickname is. Pablo, when I left to go to England, he was a kid. You know, he was a kid. Like, his brother Philip and Marky are around the same age as me. Then there's Fatty, then there's Peter. I lived on the avenue, they lived at the back of my house. In the little cul-de-sac there. You still have the house there, the Mars. But I tell you what, he fucked up big time. You know, you wouldn't catch me anywhere near an airport if I was wanted for OCG charges. You know, part of a fucking criminal network allegedly. You know, that snowballed into a cartel, and allegedly he's at the heart of it. And now they have him. Right there. They have him now. You know, and you'll get Daniel Kinahan and his dad eventually. They're going to make a mistake. You know. They're going to make a mistake as well. You know, and they be caught. And they'll be brought to a federal jail in America where all their assets will be frozen. You know, they won't even be able to hire a fucking lawyer by the time them feds are done. You know, the one thing the feds have, Pablo, is time to build a case. You know, they fucked up in America big time. Do you understand? And the feds will come for them when they pop their head up. The feds will be there, and they're going to a federal jail, Pablo. Mate, I'd sooner be fucking dead, mate. You know, you're going to be holding someone's pocket, and your new name is going to be Alice. Fuck that. No way, mate. You know what I mean? Me bollocks, Pablo. You know, I ain't holding nobody's pocket. No fucking way, mate. You know, I'm telling myself, right, rather than get my glory hole exposed, whatever I see, I'm using it as a weapon. It's like, cause you're not penetrating my glory. No fucking way. Like, in America, the jails are scary. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'd be able to handle one of them jails, a federal prison. Your movement is restricted. And every night you're getting dicted. Good morning, John Dillon. And I've not looked at that fucking development yet. But I will. It's like, how are you, mate? Hello, Mr. Shady. Hang on. But, so there's Champions League on tonight. I don't have to worry about that because United finished 16th last year. But it's looking we're looking alright, yeah. I like the formation that he's playing. Like, Pablo, can you remember when Ruben he was there for over a year and the system didn't work? You know, if you're playing a system, a certain lineup, formation, right, where you've got 3 at the back, it's not gonna work. Carragher's 4 at the back, 2 in front of them, and then 3 in front of them 2, and then 1, the lone striker. Let Bruno be number 10. Let him, do you understand? Let him play that position. You know, 'cause he busts the midfield, and when Casemiro's on him, like, you know, you never know. Anything could happen. You know, but I'll tell you what, I've had a look at that Patrick Dorgu handball, and I'll tell you what, we got away with it there. You know, but I'll tell you what, when he hit that, I was just like, fucking yes. Like that. Being a Man United fan has been torture since Alex Ferguson's left. Torture. Nobody's ever been able to fill his boots. No one. You know, if I had me way, I'd get rid of the Glazers. I'd get rid of them bastards, mate. Fucking get rid of them. You know, like Jason Wilcox is a wanker, mate. It's like, but it all starts with the board. You know, morning, Fran. You're the best in the Premier League at the minute, but you're not holding on to that title this year, I can tell you that now. You know, yeah, there'll be no ferry cross the Mersey this season. You know, at least you can say he's won the Premier League, though, what? I've loads of mates that are fucking Liverpool fans. Shout out to you for that. You know, like, I can't believe it. Tom will be in nursery in a few months. Like, it's insane. You know, yeah. I'll tell you one thing. He runs me ragged. You know, I'm 52 in August. You know, do you know what I'm getting for my birthday? Nappies. Baby grows. Well, not baby grows, but he's in 4 to 5 year old clothes, and he's not even 2 yet. And Pablo, you know, sometimes you can see the little mannerisms. You know, everyone keeps saying that he looks like me. No shit. You know, but he'll abide by the rules, Pablo. He'll go to school. He'll have respect for authority. Do you understand? He'll respect his elders, because that's how he'll be brought up. He won't be brought up like a little bowsy from a Dublin city housey. Yeah, I couldn't leave nothing to chance. I didn't want my kids being like me. And I come to England, and the first one went to uni and smashed it. 'Cause education's the way forward. Fuck all that shit. You know, if, like, my father told me this years ago. He said, you know what? You're ending up in 3 places. You're ending up either dead, in prison, you know, executed. You know, they'll come for you. You mess around with your mates and think you're a bad man and shit like that here. When the shit hits the fan, you're taking it on your own. You're a big man. You're a big boy. So take the consequences, and don't have a pity party when you get nicked. 'Cause I could hear me dad screaming at me saying, I fucking told you so. I'm like that. Look. Has your house ever been raided by Star Street Garda Station? Yeah. Nah, but like I said, man, it's another world over there. You know, I'm glad I don't have that in my life. You know, I could have been a very rich man. I don't get nourishment out of money. I get it out of family. That's my nourishment. That's my reward. Every day I wake up. I don't need to get paid off YouTube. God pays me every day. You know, I wake up. You know, that's the way I see it. You know, you wake up every day. That's a blessing. You know, I'll manage. Like I've said this from the very start, this has never been about money for me. This has been about networking with people and chatting to like-minded people all around the world that have mental health issues, who are ex-addicts, who are current addicts, who are alcoholics, who are on the wagon. And, you know, my nourishment comes out of people's honesty. When people come in here and say, bro, you know what? I'm on this medication and I'm going through hell. I'm detoxing, bro, or I'm doing that. You know what I mean? And it's like, if I have a private conversation with you, it stays private, you know. One thing about me is, yeah, it's like, if I have a private conversation with you, yeah, I'm not going to go back and tell somebody else about the conversation me and you have. You understand? I don't betray anybody's trust or confidence. Yeah, I'd hear, not fucking here, no. Although you might get the odd person calling me a liar. And I like proving people wrong. Oh, like I said, I can't help if people say I'm this, I'm that. But I can try to defend myself and say, here, there you are, now who's a liar? Vroom, vroom, vroom. Washing powder, vroom, vroom, vroom. See, YouTube, I'll tell you one thing, man, it's falling apart, it's collapsing on itself. Yeah, it's collapsing on itself, it is. There's too many pricks on here. You know. Hey there. At Petjevity, we believe your furry family member deserves. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. You know, I try everybody, me, but it's not possible. Anyway, good morning. It's Wednesday, isn't it? Anyway, you up the dubs. Get out of that garden, you bowsier. Get up out of that. Yeah. I've been watching something on Netflix, yeah, about this free solo climber, I think his name is Alex Park. He made a documentary years ago. This cunt has climbed the North Face without ropes or nets. You know, Pablo, what was the name of that documentary where it shows him climbing that North Face? But on Netflix, he's climbing this building in Taiwan. And I'll tell you what, this guy has got the biggest balls And I'll tell you one thing, he's strong. Like, I forget what the documentary's called, but bro, you see him hanging from a crack with one hand. Do you understand? And pulling himself up. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Taxi driver around the corner from you. Hit a lamppost. Fucking hell, man. Do you know what? Every time I'm out on the scooter, I have this thing where if I'm on a main road, I'm paranoid that someone will have a fucking heart attack, hit the steering wheel with their head, and then crash into me or something. You know, I always seem to be in the wrong place at the wrong fucking time. Ireland. That's who's behind me. And 87% of the YouTube community too, sweetheart. Yeah. Well, the other night, Paddy Pimlet, all she had to do was to beat Justin Gaethje, and he was going to be he's going to be rich, but it's like, if he had beaten Gaethje, it's like he'd have probably fighting Oile to Poirier. You know, he mocked him on Twitter, he did. He says, all you had to do was beat a 38-year-old, you know, I think, which was very disrespectful to Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje can have a bang. Yeah, it's like he beat Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's face, it looked like he's had to been hit with a machete. You know, he fucked him up. Morning, Anthony. He fucked his face up good. You know, like at the end of the day, Michael Chandler's an athlete. You know, it's like, and he can have a fucking bang, and Paddy lit him up. You know, but people move the goalpost, don't they? All the fucking time. But he'll come again, Paddy. He will be, I reckon he will be a lightweight champion in the future. You know, it's like the UFC, I think they've pushed him a bit quicker into it because he's very marketable. You know, there's a lot of people that sponsor him, you know, because he's very likable. He's got a lot of likable qualities. You know what I mean? He's a scouser. You know, he's the fifth Beatle, isn't he? And he's a big Liverpool fan. How are you, Gary? Rest in peace to Diego Jota as well. I've a lot of time for Paddy because he talks about mental health. He said, listen, men need to speak up, you know, and you don't have to kill yourself. You know, you need to talk. You know, talk about your feelings. See, all the tough guys out there won't talk about their feelings. Well, yeah, that's on you. You know, obviously you need validating if you can't talk about your feelings. You know, and that's the truth. Funny smokes. No, why have you any? Can I have some? Uh, nah, he's humble, Paddy. I like him. You know, and he talks about mental health. Like, you know, I mean, he was saying in the ring, he said two of his friends took their life. You know, men don't need to die. We just need to try. You know, that's what I've learned from it. And anyway, you know, if you're a survivor of suicide, you don't need to die. You know, there's organisations out there, there's helplines, you know, talk to people, you know, rather than bottling her all up, because that shit is dangerous. Because you're walking around with all that built up anxiety and you're gonna fucking blow, you know, and you're probably gonna hurt somebody, you know. You're better off talking to someone, you know. What do I think of Conor? Well, before Conor McGregor ever boxed in that gym in Crumlin, I boxed in it when I was a kid. All my cousins from Ballier, all the Stevenses boxed in John Bosco before Conor McGregor was ever born. Fuck's sake. But I like what he's doing. You know what I mean? It's like he's very generous, he is. I'll say that about him. He is very generous. Just when you're a world champion, you're meant to carry yourself. Way. Well, Pablo, when I lived in Bluebell, it was only down the road. You'd cut down the canal, you know what I mean, where the Black Horse is, and walk straight down and it's there. You know. I didn't like it because I got punched in the face too many times. I was like, fuck that. Yowza, I think, went to at the same time. But I could be wrong, but I know I'm sure he boxed in that gym too. Right, guys, I'm gonna bounce. Thanks everyone for coming in. How you early? What's your opinion on Conor McGregor housing a lot of Muslims? World is almost 17,000 homeless. Well, I don't know whether that's a fact or not, is it? Well, I tell you one thing. Everywhere around here where I am, every pole, there's a fucking Union Jack on. And I said to the woman in Subway the other day, I said, love, is there a race or a marathon or something going on? How come there's loads of the flags being put up? She said, I think it's because of the immigrants. I was like, okay. Shady, I hope you enjoy your day with your kids, man. And shout out to everybody. You know, it's breakfast time. You know. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna have some bacon. You know. Salam alaikum. Yeah. So he actually helped house a lot of money. Is that true or is that just someone taking the piss? You know, I can't see McGregor doing that. Bro, listen to me. I sympathise with you. You know, but look at they're a gift at the end of the day. You know. And it's like, bro, we're responsible for our load. You know. We're responsible for our load. You know. Mia, listen, how's the weather in Dublin before I go? And that's me hour done. How's the weather in Dublin, Pablo? I seen something I seen videos. Storm Chandra, is it? I seen some parts of Dublin are flooded. Pablo, has the Liffey overflowed? I've seen some places and the water's fucking. Do you understand? It's going over the cars and shit. Wow. The Dodder, that's it. That's it. No fucking way, man. So we'll probably get it next. You know what I mean? Here. I already have a kayak. No fucking way. I seen it. I typed in or Storm Chandra Dublin, and all these videos come up. I remember when I was a kid, right? When Ireland were playing, we used to cross the Dodder, right? And we take our shoes off, yeah, and pull up our fucking trousers and all, right? And we cross the Dodder and try to get in the back of Lansdowne Road. And then yesterday, I've not seen or heard of the fucking river in a hell of a long time. And I couldn't think of it. And I seen what it's like around them areas. I seen something about Rathfarnham. I've an auntie lives there. But I hope yous are all safe, you know. And it's like, yeah, I hope it goes past yous. Well, it's not going past yous, but you know what I mean. Right, guys, I'm gonna bounce. Thanks everyone for coming in. Shout out to Pablo. Ada, thanks for coming in. Christy, thanks for coming in. 1 second, hang on. Francie, thanks for coming in. Shady, thanks for coming in. Anthony, thanks for coming in. I don't want to miss anybody. Gary, thanks for coming in. Like I said, guys, I grew this channel purposely for people who have mental health issues and people who struggle with drug addiction and people that are in recovery, and I can speak on both subjects, you know, but I think I'm going to leave it there because I want to go and make a bacon sandwich. Yeah. Send more bacon to Ireland is all I'm going to say. Send more bacon to Ireland. Free Ireland. Yeah, free Ireland. How about that? I'll see you later on. Hey, I'll leave you with that thought. Free Ireland. And may the weather pass Dublin. We out.